the government in Quebec wanted to impose a health tax to the unvaccinated.
Oh, I know.
What was your first thought about it?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? You know what? Your premier revealed who he is. He's an evil person. He's an evil person. Yep.
And you, what do you think? Why they abandoned it?
Well, I hope they're scared of us. I really do. Yeah. I hope they see that, you know, Canada's fed up with it and they can't just push us around. We're really nice usually, but now we've had enough and this is how we stand up to it, and it's peaceful and respectful, but they'll see that the people don't want it anymore.
So here, Alexandre, for Ruben News, still in Ottawa, it's been already 4 days that the convoy had been arrived on scene. This morning we heard that the health tax have been abandoned in Quebec. So I'm gonna ask the people what was their first thought about this health tax, because now we have people all around Canada that is here in Ottawa, so it would be nice to know the point of view of all Canada on this health tax, and as well, why did they abandon it? So let's check it out. So, as you know, Quebec wanted to put the health tax for unvaccinated people. This morning, they abandoned it. So what was your first thought about this health tax that they wanted to put on unvaccinated people?
It's insane to me. You have to be able to choose what you want to do with your own body, and you shouldn't be penalized for it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And you?
Yeah, you know, I saw it coming a mile away, and a lot of what we were saying was going to happen. They said, no, it's conspiracy theories, you guys are crazy. And my mother also said that. She said, you're a conspiracy theorist, whatever. And I told her, wait and see, and it happened. And now she says she never said that. No, it didn't happen. You know, people have very short memories. People have very, very short memories.
Oh, I thought it was absolutely shameful. I mean, as a resident of Ontario, we've had health taxes on our income tax provincial portion and that for years. But I thought, how dare you segregate and you know, in this type of way.
So, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Brownsburg, Quebec.
Let's shoot Quebec.
Okay. So you know in Quebec they wanted to put the health tax for unvaccinated. What was your first thought about this health tax?
My first thought was that that's illegal and they can't do that to us. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, and I heard today that they're saying that they're gonna lift it now, that they're not gonna follow through with that. So I think that's good.
And you?
I thought it was really against humanity, you know, you can't get mad at people for making a choice. It is their body. You shouldn't, if they start doing that, they should tax a whole bunch of places that cause health issues. You should tax more cigarettes. You should tax, you know, like alcohol even more. There's people that have issues that, you know, it's not a reason to make people pay for more. It's their choice. If they want to do it with their lives, they're allowed to. You shouldn't have to tax them more for it.
I mean, it was so unhuman to say something like that. I mean, everybody's got the same point about it, saying, okay, well, then where do you stop that? You know, where do you stop that line? You start taxing people for not getting health care in a country where, you know, we're proud to have free health care. And then you're going to say, oh, because of this, you gotta pay for it. Then, well, you know, the smoker should pay for that, and the person who's overweight should pay for their health care. Because it's all self-inflicted at some point.
Yeah.
And so you can't do that narrative. You can't start telling people that they got to pay for that just because you don't agree with their choices. You know, it's completely wrong in every sense.
I'm from Ontario, from Wardsville, Ontario. I work out of Guelph, Ontario for wheelwright transport.
So you know that the government in Quebec wanted to impose a health tax to the unvaccinated.
Oh, I know.
What was your first thought about it?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? You know what? Your premier revealed who he is. He's an evil person. He's an evil person. Yep.
It's wrong. It's so wrong. I don't understand how anyone could get behind something like that. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, where do you stop? Are you gonna, start taxing the smokers, a health tax, because eventually they're gonna wind up in a hospital, and there's many others.
And why do you think that they abandoned it? Is it, do you think it's because of legal problem or charter of rights? Why do you think they abandoned it?
They abandoned it? Probably because they didn't have a lot of support. I know they said they did, but I can't see how anyone would support it.
This is absolutely obscene that they would promote discrimination and division amongst Canadians. And what Trudeau has divided, the truckers are reuniting, and we are very grateful for that.
And why do you think our government in Quebec have abandoned the health tax? Because it had been abandoned this morning.
Because they knew they were going to be run out of town if they didn't. Mm-hmm. They're cowards, and they're trying to push us as far as they can, as quick as they can, and every time they take a step forward, unless people stand up to them, they're going to keep going and stepping on our rights and our freedoms. We can't, as Canadians, as Quebecers, you can't allow them to do that. Our future as Canada, instead of China, remains in our hands until we let the government take it away from us.
And why do you think they abandoned the health tax? Do you think that it's because it's not legal or is against the charter? What is it?
Pressure. Nothing changes without pressure, because if you don't give resistance, power will always take power. So it's nothing to do with anything, because if they really cared about humans, if they really cared about the rights, they wouldn't even start it in the first place. They wouldn't even put that in process. Now they're getting a backlash probably, they're getting enough pressure, and they're going to take it away. And so that's why we're here. We're fighting and putting on pressure to say, do the right thing, be a human, stop being a politician. Look at your own kids, look at your own family, be a human again, so.
Where are you from?
From Calgary.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Probably this protest had something to do with it, and then, they see people rising up. I also heard, I forget what his name was, but he's one of the first ministers. Jordan Peterson had an interview with him. He helped construct the Constitution, and he's right now suing, I think, the government or the federal government or something. And I think they realize, this stuff is not going to last. They better abandon ship now, or else everything's going to come crashing down around them. What they don't realize is we are angry. We're not going to let this go, and we're not going to let them just disappear back into the cracks and wait to strike again. So, yeah.
Thank you. And you, Nani?
I mean, I think they're starting to realize that this isn't what people want. People want their freedoms back. People want to go back to living normal lives, and we just want our lives back. So they can't follow through with it. They can't stand behind what they're trying to do, because it's not fair and it's against our rights to tax us for something that should be our choice.
And you, what do you think? Why they abandoned it?
Well, I hope they're scared of us. I really do. Yeah. I hope they see that, Canada's fed up with it and they can't just push us around. We're really nice usually, but now we've had enough, and this is how we stand up to it, and it's peaceful and respectful, but they'll see that the people don't want it anymore.
They abandoned it? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, abandoned it.
Well, obviously somebody's gotten to them then, haven't they? Yeah. They said when this is done, those people won't be able to walk down the street. Our Prime Minister can't walk down the street now. When he was campaigning, he couldn't get off his bus because people were throwing rocks at him. People hate him. This shows you right here. This was the spark. The world was waiting for Canada. Canada hasn't done anything yet. The world's watching. God's got this. God's got this.
So do you think that they just abandoned it because
they know what's coming down? They all know what's coming down the line. This is just the start. This is just the start. Yep. This has exposed every evil person in the world. Macron, Merkel, Trudeau, Biden, the Clintons. This is worldwide. If it's about health and safety, the health of the people, and they're spraying people with water cannons in Belgium, how could you do that? And lay your head on the pillow at nighttime and feel good about yourself? It's just, we sparked a movement. We've sparked the movement. And you know what? Us truck drivers, we're stubborn. And we've got enough money to stay here for 4 years. Take that, Trudeau. We're not going anywhere. We're here.
Thank you.
We are covering everything that is about the Freedom Convoy that is happening in Ottawa, but all across Canada. We have all our crew on this event. And so if you want to help us out with our travel expense and all our coverage, please go over convoyreport.com. In this website, you can sign the petition as well, and we'll look at all our video about this Freedom Convoy.